Welcome, everyone, to Weekly Rhythm. I'm your host, Nick Chen. This is the show where we give y'all a creative prompt to start your week out. And this is to get you thinking differently, try a different workflow while you're producing music. I'm so grateful to be joined by Kyle Hicks from the Splice content team. How are you doing, Kyle?
Doing great, Nick. How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. We're ready to cook off a new theme. I think everyone's going to really enjoy this one because it's just going to bring comfort, in my opinion.
Yeah. Love it.
So how's everything? How are you staying inspired lately with, what's going on or staying creative?
Man, it's been tough, honestly, dude. It's been just kind of stuck in the quarantine, heavy in the quarantine. But man, I've actually caught some inspiration from just people on Instagram and just doing. It feels like there's a lot of content that's just kind of coming out now because everybody's at home and around their phones and around their gear. So, man, just looking at different people who are posting and seeing the creative ways that other people are being inspired, man, it's actually inspiring me too. So how about you?
I think that really resonates with me, the video, kind of like Instagram. And I mean, now we have time just like to watch and listen. It's almost like video is, I don't know, that's something that strikes a note. I'm curious in the chat, how many of y'all make videos? I'm curious, how many of y'all make videos? Sound off with a little movie icon or a 1 if you are in the chat and you actually make videos for your content. I'm assuming it's a lot of people now. What would you guess the percentage of music producers have to like do video, and what would you guess, Kyle?
Man, say over 60%. Like I'd go somewhere 60, 70%. Pretty high.
All right. Let me see. I'm not seeing anyone responding, so I think everyone's lying because I know people. I've seen these people's Instagram. So, yeah, I would definitely guess at least 60,
Probably
70%. So we're really excited to kick off this week's Weekly Rhythm. An important note that this will be the last prompt for season 1 Weekly Rhythm. We'll be taking a few weeks off, and then we'll be rejoining y'all with a new set of prompts. It's going to be really exciting. So definitely all the more reason to participate, to get those bounces in, because throughout the week, you're going to have a chance to submit your idea. And then on Friday, Kyle and I are going to listen to y'all submissions at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the stream, give y'all feedback, shout y'all out. And it's just a great time to see how diverse our community is. So you can email your submission at weeklyrhythm@splice.com. Now, to kick off the prompt this week, the prompt is 2, create a song that conveys the feeling of nostalgia. So, I think there are so many ways you could go about this. Kyle, like, what are some ways, or what does that mean to you? Like, how would you interpret that?
Nostalgia for me is probably, man, just old gospel music. I grew up listening to a lot of 70s gospel and soul. My folks were pretty heavy handed with the gospel music and the soul music in the house. And so, man, a lot of, I'd say Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind and Fire, Bill Withers, Bobby Womack, all of the soul stuff. And then on the gospel side, man, James Cleveland and a lot of that kind of stuff. That's just me though. So what about you?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I think for nostalgia, other than like the music production, like there's a lot of plugins we could throw in and make it sound nostalgic. But what it means personally, I think keyboard and like kind of classical piano. But I started on piano when I started making music.
Cool.
It was like my parents kind of forced it upon me, but that kind of made me resist it, and I switched to like percussion. But getting back into keyboard during this like time of quarantine has been really awesome. Also, like drum line and stuff like that's nostalgic for me. There's so many ways we can kind of approach this, but I was thinking about playing maybe like a keyboard pattern or something like that over some drum loops. If you're in the chat listening, we're about to create a song that conveys nostalgia, the feeling of nostalgia. There are so many ways you can do that. We want you to do that as well, and then email your submission to weeklyrhythm@splice.com, and then we're going to listen to them on Friday. Right now, Kyle and I from the sounds team we're going to just go for making a beat right now, that conveys nostalgia to both of us. And chat, we're looking for some samples in C minor, loops, definitely any drum loops or one shots. Start sending your samples to the chat. Send us Splice sound links. We'll include them in this production so that we can work on this all together. All right, Kyle, what BPM do you think we should do?
Man, I think we should go somewhere between, that 90 and 100 BPM range.
Boom. All right. I actually had it around 94, so that was actually... Did we
plan
this, Kyle? No, I don't think we did. Let's see. I think 96. We're feeling 96. Send your samples. Let's take a listen. I'm going through this. I've got Addictive Keys recently, and it's really awesome. And let's take I'm going to listen to some of these patches as Kyle's looking for some drum sounds. Please send some sounds in the chat so we can kick this off. I'm going to go. Let's take a listen. All right, we're getting our first sample. Thank you, Diego Felipe Prince. Let's get some more samples, y'all.
Nice.
Wrong notes. All right. Luckily, we have piano roll. We're gonna fix all of this. Let's take a listen and let's see. I'm gonna get my screen here.
Okay. Keep those samples coming, y'all. I like that one.
Let us see. All right. We got one drum sound. Let's see. Kyle, we gotten any samples from the Splice app? We're gonna go.
Yeah, man. So I dropped it's about 90 BPM. I think it's a pretty nice sample.
Produced by Afro. Just send them to the chat, and then we'll try to get them from you there. Just send them through the chat.
Yep.
But make sure you send Splice sounds links if you can.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll definitely use that. Kyle, you downloaded this drum loop?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. Let's work with that. We'll put it in, and let's put in a new audio track. So we're just gonna Command T here in Ableton. I'm gonna rename it Command R drums, and just Command Tab back to
Actually,
Splice.
let me send you a link for the one that I downloaded.
All right, yeah, let's get it. Let's get that. We'll layer it in there.
Nice.
And in Ableton, we're going to use Shift Tab to get to the sample window. And then I'm going to make sure it's on Complex Pro. And let's throw drum bus on that to get it pumping a little bit. I think I replaced my drums here. Let's move addictive keys over and boom. Drum bus. Now, Kyle, what's your main DAW?
Man, I'm a bit of a loner. I'm on an island by myself sometimes.
Sorry.
But I'm in Machine. Yeah,
Machine.
I use Machine, and I actually don't use the plug-in version. I just use the standalone version of Machine.
That's even, but I respect that like more because, yeah, I mean, yeah, Machine has a great workflow. It is like very cell-based, but there are things that like I think Machine has so, done so well, like especially browsing sounds. Machine, I think, is probably one of the best. It's a really good inspiration workflow.
I think that's true. Like that's kind of been my big thing with it. It's just really easy. The workflow that I have set up, I create and loops and stuff. So it's really, really awesome for that.
Yeah, I love.
Oh, nice! A couple more samples coming in.
Yeah, we're getting a lot more. Thanks, chat. All right, keep sending your samples.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're trying to create a song that conveys nostalgia. I'm not sure what that means to y'all, chat, but you'll have a chance to show us by submitting your bounce or your idea to weeklyrhythm@splice.com, and we'll take a listen to that on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Great. So you're downloading those, Kyle. Thank you so much, and let's hear.
Yeah.
I mean, I had an idea that I was like pre-planned, but I was like, actually, this sounds cool, and I think let's just go with this one. I really like this Ryan Hemsworth. I'll try to jam to that. All right, good sounds coming in through the chat. We're gonna Command T and is this retaped? This is from That Sound, right, Kyle?
It is, yeah. I just dropped that in there. That's one of my favorite libraries. Favorite packs from That Sound. Yeah.
And Kyle actually works like within the That Sounds team at Splice. It's a really awesome label based out of Nashville, right, Kyle?
Yeah. That's actually where I'm at. I'm in Nashville. I worked for That Sound prior to coming over to Splice for about 4 years, and I love everything that we did. Man, it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I love they specialize in recording like really acoustic sound. So yeah, this is good. All right, this will be our vibe, and then we'll try to loop over this. So I'm gonna put drum bus on this. Let me see. I actually like that Ryan's. Let me see. Yeah, let's do this. And then I'll try to, let's see. Good sounds coming through the chat. We got to respect those sounds.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a good start. Kyle, what are you thinking? Like, what are some ways you want to maybe manipulate the current sample or add to this like idea?
Man, I think you could chop it up a little bit, you know? Like it's cool as a sample. But I think if we chopped it up and kind of, you know, played around with some of the syncopation, that maybe make it bounce a little bit. I like that.
Yeah, the syncopation of the drum specifically, or the sample,
The
the loop.
the, the sample,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, let's do that. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up a little bit. Great suggestion. So, in Ableton, one of my go-to workflows for chopping samples, y'all, just add a simpler. You know, it's in the title. It should be a little easier. It's simpler. And what we do is just drag that sample into the new simpler. Go to the slice mode, and then under the sensitivity tab right there, very important parameter, you're just going to take that down until you see like some good chops. Actually, that's probably perfect right there, around 74%. I've got a push controller right out of line of sight though. Actually, that's arming the wrong track. Let's go and actually just kind of program it in so y'all can see. We're going to put in a new MIDI clip. And a nice trick we can do is, we can just slice this to a new drum rack. So we're going to say slice to new drum rack. And let's see what we can play around with the chops. So here are the chops. I'm going to make them a little longer. You can hear that slice one is a little too short. That means it got too much of the beginning transient. Let's see if we maybe double it right here. And then chop it like a little bit. Kind of want the change to happen towards the end.
Nice.
So that's a quick variation. We'll probably finesse that over the week, but if we just add that maybe as the first idea, so option drag that, duplicate, and then duplicate this, maybe that can lead into the unchopped version. That could sound pretty musical. Let's take a listen. Kyle, what other instruments are you thinking? Oh, we're getting a lot of sounds. Let me just double check. We've got them all from the chat. Oh, no, there's more here. That's interesting bass. It's like pretty housey.
Yeah.
Oh, is it gonna loop? I missed the loop, y'all. I missed the loop. All right, sorry. Y'all were listening for that drum to come in. Let's see. I think the other thing we could try to do, I'm going to see for this sound design. So RC20 also adds a lot of, nostalgia. It's pretty awesome. I can't wait for the day that RC20 comes to rent to own.
Yeah.
Chat, what plugins? Tell me in the chat, what plugins would you like to see on rent to own? And if you're unfamiliar with rent to own, you all need to look that up. And you've been sleeping on it. Kyle, what plugin that's not on rent to own maybe, or do you have any? It's okay if you don't, but do you have any that are like unicorns?
Oh man, I really like the so Waves has a kind of a vinyl record plugin that allows you to kind of process all of your stuff through tape or through vinyl, and it's really really nice. It gives a nice little texture on the tracks that I work on. So
yeah, Waves is awesome. I only don't like the Waves verification app because I work between two computers sometimes, and I just always just blocking me. I don't like it, but I love Waves. Portal is a great suggestion. Portal is already available on rent to own, so I don't know if that was a trick. Chat, I am monitoring the chat, so don't try to trick me. But yeah, Yuhi is awesome, and Omnisphere is, I think, one of the biggest unicorns for rent to own. But yeah, if we throw some RC20 right here. And I'm curious what halftime would sound like on this. Let's get some atmospheric vibes in the chat. Can we get some atmospheric vibes? I do see YouTube chat auto-tune. I'm looking at y'all YouTube. I'm reading both chats. Sorry, that did seem very Twitch heavy in the feedback. I do apologize. Here's halftime. Let's see. Yeah, that's sweet. Actually, using like that halftime, using the band filter is really nice to like automate. So I'm gonna try automating that. And then Kyle, you want to let's find some like a C minor effect or like atmospheric kind of pad to go in the beginning. I don't know what you're thinking, but something.
I dig it. Yeah, let me dig around a little bit and see what I can come up with.
What kind of search terms would you like go for? I'm curious.
You know, something. If we're talking atmospheric, man, I'd probably say something airy. You know what I mean?
Oh, good call. Airy. Airy's would be a good search term.
Yeah.
Add some reverb from the exhale or any output. We do have 2 output plugins, Prod Afro, and that is Movement and Portal. And then change the beats to tones from the audio clip. Good call. So let me just I had it on Complex Pro, but let's hear it. And I think you're referring to the melody. Ronaldo Mirez from YouTube chat. Let's see, what are we? Reverb on the beginning? Yeah, I think we could do that. Let's do a little reverb here. So, actually, I don't know. Ableton Reverb, good for CPU, but let me just see if it'll. All right, here's a cool trick. I'm going to use Command G to make this into an instrument rack. Sorry, effect rack. Use this reverb and then just put it in a utility to kind of duplicate it and put the utility in as a new chain. And then we'll have the reverb kind of filtered on the high end and the dry signal completely on the low end. Use unstock plugins. I'm an FL user. That's kind of funny. Yeah, maybe actually, I never thought about that. I was like going to be like, maybe I should use like just third-party plugins all the way because that is a little more universal per DAW. That's a really good point, man. What are your favorite do you have any favorite reverb plugins, or is actually machine reverbs have different, like more sounding different options? I think, right?
Yeah, man. Like the machine's got some built-in stuff just inside of, you know, I actually have Contact as well. So, you know, I kind of use some of the built-in stuff with machine, but also, man, I really dig some of the reverbs that Slate Digital has as well. I use their stuff too. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've not gotten into this. Yeah. Valhalla. I have had FOMO for Valhalla for a long time, but maybe I should just finally pull a trigger. And the Slate plugins.
Right.
And then I'm going to put a Haas effect on the reverb, the wet chain. So that's the first chain here. Sorry, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. Kyle, did you download some sounds? Let me double check. I think a lot of sounds are coming in.
We got a couple coming into the chat, so I've been throwing some in there. We got a nice little kind of vocal thing, and then another little high pitch kind of groovy thing that I threw in there. It's probably bad description, but see if you like.
That's a beautiful. And that sounds awesome. That's the thing you sent in? All right, yeah. Let's these sounds are perfect. Let's take all these sounds and make a lush intro. I'm going to take your vocal in first. Kyle, you sang this?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
Let me just see. I mean, we've had some crazy streams, right? We've had people send in their vocals. I mean, for conveying the feeling of nostalgia would be including sliders on guitars. That sounds good. SpongeBob vibes, Baker Boy.
SpongeBob
And then
vibes.
throwing in a sax would be very nostalgic. Yes, I agree with that. We'll definitely get in there. I have a feeling this one's going to run a little longer. Yo, that sounds good as is almost. I mean, what could we do to that?
Dig that. It's cool. The way it opens up and everything. It's awesome.
Yo, video game sounds. Video game would be good. Add some rain for ambience. We're getting a lot of suggestions. I think I'm the bottleneck here, y'all. I'm going as fast as I can. This is the test. Let's go, Nick.
It's all good.
No, I really like that. We have some ocean sounds. Let's get some video game sounds, y'all. Splice has a great cinematic effects library, and specifically like icon sounds, like notification sounds, and video game sounds.
Yeah.
I think we could definitely add that. Maybe like an old Nokia ringtone would be very nostalgic. Oh my God, I just thought of that. Dang. All right, so let's see. Okay, the water's a little loud. Yeah, we need a little transition whoosh or something, in my opinion. That's a little awkward transition.
Yeah, see if we can find that. Also, I'm downloading you a bass as well,
okay.
Nick.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice, from Soul Surplus.
Yeah, those are my guys.
I might have to, let's see. I'm going to put that in a sampler and see if we can play that in. And then choir. I do hear choir. A lot of people I think our people, it's not random, but it's all coming together. I feel like it is somewhat random.
Yeah. It is somewhat random.
We need a choir that's on the beach singing to the whales who are singing back to the choir. This kind of like more sounds coming in. All right. What does nostalgia mean to y'all? You'll have a chance to let us know on Friday. Submit your bounce or your idea, your full working. It could be a work in progress, could be a full idea, it could be a release song to weeklyrhythm@splice.com. And then Kyle and I will react to them. We'll shout y'all out, give you all feedback. And it's just a great time to come together as a community under a creative idea or constraint. In this case, it's definitely more of just a prompt. Chamber choir. All right. Let me get the bass and the transition sound. Oh, yeah, I do have to put that in there, too, because it's one of my favorite sounds, just so I don't forget it. Actually, that would sound cool in a sampler. Maybe I already have a sampler here for the bass. I'm going to duplicate that, Command D, and then put the bass in one. Get my keyboard here. It says C minor in the sample, but here's a good tip, y'all. Put a tuner on just in case, because if it's a long phrase, you might not know that the first note is at C or the root note. It could be like a different note of the scale. So I'm just going to...
It's a good tip, Nick.
Yeah, so that first note is nice. It's actually an F when I hit the C. If you can hear that. It sounds kind of cool with the piano armed. Let me unarm the piano. Let's see here. So I'm just going to transpose it. Or I could do root key right here. Root key at the very bottom. Actually, that's probably the best way. Although it's kind of small right there at the very bottom, y'all. Just set that to whatever note your tuner's sounding off. So now it's on C. Nice. Actually, that sounds bass. We didn't put any sound design. We could do a little. I'm just kind of using the chop of the first note. And we're thinking the bass, Kyle, comes in right at like measure 9 with the drums, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, play it.
Yeah, let's hear it from the beginning, y'all. Chat, where should the bass come in? Maybe a little before, like a little fill. Maybe not even right at the drums. Let's decide together.
Yeah, collaboration.
Yeah, what are you thinking, Kyle?
I like the bass coming in maybe after one pass of that drum loop. You know what I mean?
Yep. So, and then we said the bass should come in as a fill before the kick drum comes in the chat. So a good way we could compromise on that is that the bass comes in after one phrasing of the drum loop, but it's still a fill that leads into the second measure. Oh, sorry, second.
I like
phrase,
that.
Right?
I like that.
Now let's see if I can. Like right before that, I was definitely kind of just messing around. Oh, actually, we're saying bar 10. I think. Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah, maybe something like that. So like maybe right on bar 10. It's probably really hard to hear without headphones. I'm going to have to definitely quantize that, but let's go ahead. I'm going to hit record. And let me see if those are the right notes. So what else do we have? Do we have a transition sound? I'm gonna try to get the bass. I could also hear this like becoming a hip hop beat, like with a 808 and like some trap. I mean, from the beginning, you don't know where it's gonna go. From the beginning, you don't know where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
We have any transition sounds? Maybe we'd make a section that's like that. We need more sounds, y'all. We're running out of sounds.
Shoot us some sounds.
We have too many credits, not enough sounds. Let me fix that timing. And oh man, let's see.
All right, got another one coming in. Let me see.
Oh, so we're thinking the 16th will command. If you hold command, that slides it off the grid. That's a nice trick. Also, like I'm gonna just hit fold at the very top, so it's really easy. I should have done that in the first place. So it's really easy to see where we're gonna shorten those notes. Let's see. I like it when songs used to chop and alternate funny laughs. Yeah, I like that. Alternate chop.
Yeah.
And look, this energy is not quite right. And I mean, I was just kind of playing this kind of like loosely. The bass needs to hit probably where the kick hits. So that's a good technique, is to kind of like really make that. Sometimes it's good to make them unified. So it needs to be a little. Now the chord and the kick since we're using two loops, don't like necessarily hit together. But I think that's okay. That's
right. Yeah.
See. Let's get it right here. then fix that last part. Just a little early. All right, well, that's a makeshift bass line we're going to use. And actually, I do have to figure out a little phrasing for the beginning here. All right, let's see. We got the vocal laugh. Well, I feel like if we do that, we have to then have a trap beat.
We have to go trap. Yeah.
All right, maybe we do that.
That changes everything.
All right. Maybe we're going to use this as a breakdown, but I feel like, oh my gosh. All right, it's called an experiment. This is an experiment. We're going to insert a bunch of time and like do a trap variation over that, and then like we have this variation as a breakdown. Like I like when songs like break down like a little different vibe in the middle or something like that. Yeah, let me just hear this because I do feel like. Great TV sound. Question in the chat. Where do you enter? You email weeklyrhythm@splice.com. Right? That's where we're going to send our bounces, y'all. Send your bounce of a song that conveys nostalgia. Oh, yeah. You can never go wrong. Sorry. With the vinyl crackle. I saw that. I was like, yes, vinyl crackle is what we need. So the idea is we're creating songs that convey nostalgia, whatever that means to you. If you want to include in the email why it means, like why you chose the sounds, or if it's a unique sound, maybe it's actually like 2012 dubstep that is like nostalgic for you, or it's like, you know, drum and bass like 2005, like circa 2005. You know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, lo-fi hip hop, although it could be. So there's a lot of things that can convey nostalgia. Yeah, Weekly Rhythm. Thanks, Kyle, for dropping that into the chat. And
yes, sir.
All right, are you opposed to trying to make this a little more trappy or no?
No, I'm not opposed, man. Let's go where the music takes us.
I just feel like because with the laugh.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, here's a good, like I said, to kind of maybe merge your DAWs have different ways to handle basically forking ideas, or, you know, Studio One has a great way where it's called a scratch pad, where you can have different versions of your set really easily accessible. Ableton doesn't really quite have that, but what we can do is just insert a bunch of time. And I think what most people do is just put the time, like put your initial ideas to the right if you're trying something else out. Let's put in 16 measures. I'm curious. Because the laugh, it's just like, the laugh instantly was like, what?
Yeah.
Yo, very important question just came in that's going to derail the entire stream. How do you change the color of Ableton? I have to tell because it's very important. If you go to the just preferences, command comma or control comma on Windows, go to the look and feel right there, y'all. You can go to the color hue. And I mean, I think that's very important depending on like what kind of project you're going to do. But yeah, customize your DAW, customize your colors, get your DAW looking pretty. So let's see.
Game changer.
Game changer. Yeah. If your DAW doesn't change colors, it's not a good DAW. Let's see. All right, let's get some maybe one shot, like harder hitting sounds. Let's see. Let me see.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think I have some of the Murder Beats
Yeah, drop some
quarantine
of your
kit.
favorite. I was gonna say, yeah, the murder beats one. Anybody in the chat too, drop your favorite trap sounds that you're using as well.
And then we're gonna try to make a breakdown in the middle of this. "808" has entered the chat. Yeah, let's just. These Murder Beat 808s are blessed, so let's just see here. Because the laugh,
I feel like
sometimes you hear.
I feel like you. Go ahead, my bad, Nick.
No, Kyle, please continue.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like we ended up using some of the murder beat stuff for one of the previous live streams, didn't we?
We did. That was the first live stream. Use the Murder Beats.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I
I'm a
thought I'd seen it in there.
pony. Yeah, his 808s are amazing. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I just want like the basic idea so we can get the feeling. I just want to see how this is gonna try to transition. Or actually, maybe we should start with like the beat, the older school feeling beat, like with the swing, and then jump into like the new school nostalgia. Like I don't know. There's a lot of ways we could work.
Almost like a false thing.
100%.
You think one thing's coming, and then we hit you with something else.
Like the beginning of Sicko Mode. I mean, like it's like you start exactly. You're like, oh, it's gonna be this genre, and then tape stop, and then boom.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get some hats. And then I still think we need some transition like sweeps and effects. So we definitely still need that, chat.
Yeah.
Can we just email you full songs for this? All right. So the deal with emailing for Friday's feedback is that you want to email us anything, but we're going to probably only play 30 seconds to a minute. So what you want to do is tell us which 30 seconds to a minute you want to hear on the stream. We unfortunately can't play full songs due to the amount of submissions. But please just like anything that you think conveys nostalgia, preferably it's something new, because that's the whole point of this, is that to inspire you to create throughout the weeks, and maybe not like show us like a SoundCloud link from 3 years ago. But if it really does convey nostalgia, I'm not going to say no. I'm a softie, and we'll play it probably on the stream. So again, try to weeklyrhythm at splice.com. All right. I'm sorry I'm so slow when I talk and try to produce at the same time. All right.
Oh, you're good.
Let's hear this, because the laugh threw me off. Because I feel like I hear this kind of sync, maybe. Yeah, and then we'll get, make sure it's bumping. And then, whoa, let's see here where my sample's at. So I normally work at higher BPM, so this is, let's see. It's all going to be a little, not that fast. Let's see. Nick got confused with his MIDI pattern here, so. Something like simple, like, to start off. Let's hear how that sounds. Well, what happened to all the... Okay, so I didn't copy the other samples, y'all. So that's why I sounded a little bare. So let's hear this. Let's see this. Maybe duplicate this out. Oh. Put a little roll here. Kyle, did we get some of the transitionary sounds? We can try to sound design that into there.
Man, not yet. Not yet. We're still looking for some from the chat, and I'm on the search as well. So.
All right, let's keep looking for those, chat. We need something to connect the beginning here. Soft riser. Yeah, we need a kind of like a soft riser. That's a good call in the chat.
Yeah.
What is this click at the beginning? Let's get rid of what's going on here. Is that the kick? There is a click. Let's find the click. Find and eliminate the click. Oh. No.
You found it?
Sometimes it's like the UI in Ableton like makes me paranoid. Just the way like the boxes kind of like are set.
Yeah. I've got another sound here.
Double the kick on the first beat. I will never say no to that. So someone said that in the chat. Let's see here. Double the beat. Let's go. Not that double, Nick. Let me get a better. Let me get the drums a little louder. All right. All right, that's an idea. Let's keep the idea coming. I do think let's try to transition from our old idea into this idea. Let's see if we can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be a challenge, but why not? Let's keep going.
Dropped a couple things in the Splice app for you, Nick.
Very nice. Let's check it out. We're going to go to the Splice app, and now we're going to go to recently added, and here are some sounds. That's the laugh that just derailed the entire stream. I think you can pitch up the laughing one octave. Man, that'd be too crazy. That'll be the second half. Let's do it. And then we got. I mean, flute could be very nostalgic, I feel like sometimes. I mean, think about that. It's probably one of the OG instruments. Let's be real. It's like take a piece of bamboo, put some holes in it. I still think the favorite part's that vocal you found.
One of the OG instruments. I love it. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, nostalgia could just be like the original instrument, your voice. But this voice is very pretty.
Definitely.
All right, let's use that riser. Keep the sounds coming, chat. You're hearing us. I think, we got some more sounds. But keep the sounds coming from, send us links. We're going to incorporate them. The idea is that we're making something that feels nostalgic. And we're going to try to do this kind of old school break before all of this. But let's just set up the kind of more modern vibe. Let's see, Cashmere Sweep. And I'm curious what this sounds like, the chopped, just the chopped version with this. And then maybe let's see, introduce this idea later. Yeah, I think that could be cool energy. Let me just make sure the automation of Halftime, which was this great plugin, probably the best value plugin there is. I think it's like $12 or something crazy like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like the gross beat for everyone else.
So I don't think I know what that does. What does it do?
So it basically takes a section of the audio and either pitches it slower by half, even a quarter. And you can even do different, they actually have 16ths. They have a few different quantization methods.
That's cool.
All right, we got that flute. I heard that flute Oh, whoa! You're just adding way more samples. I am the bottleneck here. Let's go. All right.
You're good, man.
Let's see.
There's also I just dropped in a horn sample from CPA from Capson. I think that may work pretty well in here for the nostalgia vibe we're going for too.
Awesome. Let's take a look. Yeah, this first one right here. Definitely. Oh, dude, that sound makes me so happy. I'm favoriting that for my own production.
Little dust.
What is that? Yeah, it's definitely a metal scrape on a cymbal, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or like a brush scrape.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's beautiful brush scrape. All right. Yeah, that is awesome. Let's see. Where's the bass? Well, we're going to put in some the 808. I think we're going to try to use the 808 and then use the bass that we were provided at the beginning where we try to do the fake out, the genre fake out kind of. Which I guess would have to be kind of here. Oh, I feel like that scrape would be really good. I already hear the scrape. And then we're going to get in the transitionary sounds that we put in. This horn definitely should be chopped and put in there. So many sounds, so little time. No, we have a lot of time. Let's go ahead and put this in. This could be like a upbeat hi-hat. Sorry, like a open hi-hat substitute.
Yeah, it could be. It'd be for sure.
Interesting. Do you hear a specific beat? Like if we're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, is there a specific beat you could hear it on, or like we just play around? What do you think, Kyle?
I like where you put it. I like on the 4, man.
Yeah,
that sounds good. Kind of tucked away too in the back. Yeah, I dig it.
Boom. See? Maybe every other time, or let's see.
Every other time. Just a little reinforcement. I dig that.
Yeah, let's take the volume down here. Chat, let's get some more, probably some rim knocks I think would be really helpful. So percussion sound. I'm going to try to get the hi-hats going, and then we're going to try to merge these ideas and have an old school kind of go into this. Well, what instrument was just armed? It's so crazy. You know, when it's like that thing where you like have the wrong instrument armed and you go to play something that you think like is like the instrument, and then it sounds cool. Anyone know what I'm talking about? You know?
Yeah, I do. It's not like sometimes it could be a bit of a happy accident, though. You know, like it ends up doing something that you're like, whoa, all right.
Exactly, a happy accident. That's just the best way to put that. That wasn't necessarily a happy accident. That was more just an accident. Yeah, let's get some of this. I hear the horn chopped up, and I want to put it in a simpler. So, and then let's get the 808. Oh no. Let's see. Oh, actually, I did not get the 808 in already. Let me get that in because I'm feeling that needs to be there just to give some energy. I like to start with like a lot of times the really crucial elements, so that way you don't like over clutter, but it's hard to not over clutter. You always have to take a step and just be like, is this too cluttered? Let's see.
Yeah.
I think trunk. Let's hear. I'm going to try trunk. Arpeggios would be good. I do think that. So I'm just going to put it in the C. Let's get this a little wider. Click and drag to the right. Put on C3, which is the... Take the volume up of this. Shift tab to the device area. Take compressor down. Let's see. Yes, Courtney. I think we were able to get the link. I think, right? I think I saw the link.
Yeah, my computer is also moving in slow motion over here too, but I think we got the link. Yeah.
All of our computers. Actually, you know who hates this quarantine? The computers. The computers hate the quarantine. They are working a lot. I try to empathize. That sounded good. Maybe do the double with it, just so it. Oh. And that's. I don't know. Let's see. I might take away the kick because I feel like they're clashing. Sometimes you have to take away. I just want to hear it. Yeah, I think that's.
I think so. Yeah.
You know when to take away. Also, we can make a little bit there. And let's see how we can complete this idea. Oh, we think it's the app?
Yeah.
Mine too. I think it's the app. Oh, man.
Maybe.
Every time we do a live stream, the Splice app. No, that's why. No. Let's what? Stay on the same pitch. Let's see. All right, that's a starter idea. Let's get that idea. We need to get some perk, some hi-hats, and some transition sounds. Definitely need to save this because I just feel like I jinxed it by saying the computers are working hard. I feel like now the computers are like, now I'm going to crash on you. So I'm going to save this. Just Kyle.
There you go.
All right. So let's see. Can't see or hear anything. That's not good.
Yeah. No, not great.
No slides for the 808s. No, definitely. Okay, let's put some slides. So I'm going to let's go to the 808. Go to the pitch and oscillator section. Go down to this glide. We want glide time. Let's do around 80, 90 milliseconds probably. Maybe we do one right here. I'm going to do a little side chaining while we get everyone's app's going a little slow, so we need buy a little time. Whenever like the singer is getting tired or something, it's like where I like sneak in the side chaining and do like a little of the extra stuff. So let's just do that really quick. Make sure it's getting.
Yeah. Also, too, maybe cool to chop up the horn sample as well. Whenever while we're kind of waiting.
The horn sample from Capson Pro Audio.
Yeah.
Boom, Dunning. Also, this should be the new Ice Cream Truck song. The Ice Cream Truck is very nostalgic. I will say the Ice Cream Truck is definitely hella nostalgic. Sound off in the chat right now. What do you think what is going to be the inspiration, the nostalgia that you think you're going to use to inspire you for this submission, this week's prompt? Ice Cream Truck, though, I think is a great. Also, though, like N64, I mean, that might be dating me, but, some of the old consoles, we already said, video game sounds. We need video game sounds.
Yeah.
But let me get the horn sound. It's so easy to get distracted on the live stream. It's insane. Let's see.
So many great ideas.
So many great ideas coming so fast. And, so many good suggestions coming in that I'm like, I got to do them all. Yep. So let's get this horn sampler. Actually, no, I'm going to do simpler because I really like the method. Sampler doesn't have the auto slice that's like so easy with the sensitivity knob. So I like going the simpler method. You can always switch it by going right clicking and go right on the toolbar right here and saying simpler to sampler. boom. So, but I do like this slice method, taking the sensitivity down. It's really fast to, that was the 808, really fast to get slices. Unarm the 808. Cool. And then I'm just going to play this until I hear. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And that sounds definitely nostalgic to me. I don't even know if we need to throw any kind of plugins on it. Let's see here. I'm going to have to edit this. Now, to edit the slices, we need to get in there. You need to zoom in sometimes. Yeah, see, you got to zoom in, and then you can just kind of... Let's see this. I want to write on that. Yeah, I like that horn idea. All right, I gotta find let's find a pattern. I think I've got the slices in a good spot. I'm gonna pencil it in just so we can all kind of see it together. Let me see here. I just want to make sure, because like when you do this slice to new drum rack, it's not like the most final thing ever.
Sure.
But yeah, now we're kind of committed to these 13 special slices. And yeah, let's take a look. Get the chops in here. I don't know where the horn should come in. Maybe just on the second half of that. I don't know. Keep a lot of space. Where do you hear it?
Yeah.
I'm going to play it from the beginning.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing on the second half, kind of open up the first half a little bit.
Second half. All right.
Then
Done.
it can come
Decided.
in. Yeah.
So good idea. That's really good advice to kind of open up the first half, just because then like when you have the full idea on the second half, it's just already more energy, more engaging.
Exactly.
My favorite part of this is the laugh, of course, because I kind of just like threw off the whole thing. And the cymbal brush is like, man, that's my new favorite sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that needs to be a little longer. Well, that's a short. And that's where the problem. Let's see. Now if I go into slice 12 or 13, it is. Oh, it's the original sample. Sorry. It is the original sample. So I can make it longer. Not as final as I thought, yo. That's always good. It's always good. Now the timing on that was kind of funky. We definitely need to fix that. I probably would freeze, maybe bounce this. Let's see. Or even like throw an echo or something like that. Something crazy on that last one. We'll see. Let me see what new sounds we have here. Do we have any new sounds? Let me see. Recently added.
No new sounds, man.
Make sure.
Yeah, nothing coming through.
Let us see. All right, let's go ahead and then just fill in the hi-hat pattern just a little bit more. And I'm feeling then we're going to, let's see, try to add the nostalgic part, the kind of old school hip hop feeling to the beginning of this and see how we can kind of transition. I think that'll be the good challenge right here. So I'm just going to search for hat in Ableton's browser really quick. Ooh, that's a nice bounce. Just like, let's see.
Yeah, that's definitely got some movement to it.
That was an Oliver loop. Cannot go wrong with that. Actually, wasn't expecting that at like that BPM. But I feel like half time like it was, right? Let's see. That's actually pretty nice. Let me see if I filter that a little bit and then add. I want like some rim percussion. Let's see.
The flute.
I
forgot about the flute.
I forgot about the flute, and that sounded pretty sweet there, right? Did it not?
No, it was cool. I liked it.
Did not. I was like, did I put that in the front? I feel like the drum should hit right when the flute ends.
Yeah, definitely.
Having trouble. My stream is actually not refreshing on my computer. I don't know if you're having trouble seeing the stream, Kyle, or if it's my second machine. No.
Yeah, no, I'm stuck over here actually.
I wonder if there's issues with Twitch. I don't know. Sound off in the chat if you're having any streaming issues. Yes, this will be up to. Well, actually, yeah, this should be up to watch, I believe. Cool. You can go into the live section. That little high note, I kind of want to add like an echo. Let's see this. All right, let's we need a delay on the TPT. Trumpet? Yes, delay on the trumpet. Save music, is that the TPT? I think that's the shorthand for trumpet. Well, that sounded cool, actually, honestly. Let's see.
That was kind of cool.
I'm going to put the dry wet on only on the last one, so let's hear how that sounds. Courtney, same here. I am actually unable to see these. YouTube, I think, is going off fine. But yeah, I'm unable to see the Twitch stream on my second machine, so I'm sorry y'all are experiencing technical errors. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It might be Twitch. Oh, now I think it's reloading. I'm seeing more comments in the chat. But either way, Kyle and I, we're vibing. This is I'm really enjoying this. And we still have yet to do the fun part, which is going to try to incorporate, make it sound more old school at the beginning. This is already kind of more modern. But I do want, Kyle, let's find some rim knocks or some some more drum percussion sounds that we can just make the beat a little more embellished.
I got you.
I'm going to try messing around with the clap. Yeah, the flute probably needs to come in again, and then the beat can go back in, I think. And then, yeah, we just insert the beginning section. Yeah, I think it's Philly's Chiz and everyone in the Twitch chat that's probably slowly trying to get in. I think Twitch is having some maybe network issues. I don't know. I don't think it's on my end.
Yeah.
Because I think on YouTube it's playing fine. Yeah, I think you could also go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, Splice, and then we're streaming live there as well. So, yeah, we're going to just continue because the most important part has yet to come. If you're just joining us or trying to rejoin us, remember, email your bounce at weeklyrhythm@splice.com. This is going to be the last week for season 1 of Weekly Rhythm. So this is we're going to take a few weeks off, but then start again with some new sets of prompts, some new challenges, which will be really fun. So definitely try to participate this week and email them to weeklyrhythm@splice.com. We'll share them on Friday. But let's just finish up our beat here, Kyle, before we kind of split off to collaborate. I do think we can. No, maybe it's because we're dual streaming Twitches against that. They said it was cool. They said it was cool, and it worked a few times. So I don't think it was because we're dual streaming. So hopefully not. That'd be a little awkward if it was. No, they shouldn't be the issue. I do think maybe it's we'll see. We'll find out. But yeah, let's continue here. I kind of feel like a triple bump here, maybe. All right, so let's keep it. Now that a lot of us are on YouTube, send some rim sounds. Like, do we got rim sounds? We'll see. Oh yeah, you did. You got some. That's awesome. Yeah, these are sweet. Kyle, you add those?
Yeah, I added that crunch. I'm moving in slow mo over here, so I'm trying to find you some stuff.
Awesome. So, just reading the chat. Yeah, I think this crunch could sound cool reverse too. I feel like I'm so curious how this crunch sounds. I mean, it does sound nice, reinforcing the beat. But I'm curious how it sounds reverse. We'll hit R to reverse it really quickly. And I'm going to hold command. I'm going to zoom in so it reverses right into that. I'm super curious how this is going to sound. A little too short. Let's try stretching it. So double click, hit warp. I'm going to select complex pro and then hold shift at the end of the clip. And let's just hear it. And let's maybe high pass it or low cut. All right, that sounded better. That sounds just like a nice little reverse into one of the claps. I think I could do that. Man, that cymbal sizzle.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the beat still, other than the laugh again. Thank you, Courtney. So I'm just gonna. That flute and the sample work so well together.
Yeah, it does.
And then right there, I'm just going to have everything come back in. And then we're going to focus on getting that old school vibe at the beginning. Maybe a little tape stop and see how we can transition into this idea. Hit A for automation to get out of that mode. Command C, Command V. Let's see. Why is that not working? All right, I'm just gonna option drag. Boom. All right, so let's hear, I'm going to insert some time at the beginning, Command I. I think there's another percussion sound you got in there, Kyle, that I really want to get. So let's just put it in 16 measures.
Yeah, I'm just dropping a few things in.
Boom. So let's go to oh, you got a lot. So let's see. Oh, that's a 6 snare. Six Snapples, sorry. You need to update all your apps for Twitch. Is that like you mean like I updated OBS today. I knew it was a bad idea. Gosh, I don't know if it's an OBS thing, but I was like, do you want to update? I was like, do I want to update? It said it was gonna fix things. I hope it wasn't my machine, but I mean, we were streaming fine, right, Kyle? Vouch for me.
Yeah, we were rolling.
We were rolling. I didn't change anything. So if y'all are on Twitch and maybe you come to YouTube for now on the Splice channel on YouTube, we're about to wrap this beat up, but we still got a little bit more to go. I want to get those sounds that Kyle just downloaded. These are great sounds. I'm just going to put them all into a rack really quick, and we're going to figure it out. And then, yeah, so what at the beginning, like what do you think we could add? We've got a pretty vibey with the ocean and stuff. Anything else, Kyle, that you think we could add to the beginning to... Oh, I didn't need to download that one. To get it kind of like more nostalgic, because that's the goal, right? We're trying to go for nostalgia.
Yeah, let's hear it one more time.
Yeah, let me hear it from the beginning. So the beginning is going to sound like, well... This is now nostalgic I feel this was like a Renaissance fair beat. I mean, because of the flute, it's very Renaissance-y, and it's like, I don't know. What do you hear? Anything else, big elements before we try to do the beginning of this and try to make it like crazier?
I don't think so, man. I actually like the breath. Like I like it kind of being open and room to breathe. I think the only other thing, man, is maybe just like a vocal on it at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. We're trying to keep it space for vocals. I'm going to put these decap sounds you just really quick. Try to pepper them in. Elder Scrolls, here we come. Oh my God, yeah. That was a yeah to the Elder Scrolls. That might be, yeah, well, we can try to put decap. Decap shouts are everywhere. You know, decap shouts have proliferated like throughout all the music. Maybe I'll just take that really down. Like, I wonder if I can embed it so that you can barely tell there's a decap shout there. Let's hear this. Let's hear this. I'm going to hear this again. Barely. It's like, was that a decap shout?
Right. You need to listen a few times.
I love that. That's going to be my new moniker. So we're going to do that. And then let's see. Ooh, that sounded nice. That dragging. All right. So we definitely have space for the vocal, and let's see. What is this sound? Yeah, these like little percussion sounds are nice. Let me solo the drums really quick before we go to this beginning.
Dig it.
No, it's so easy to hear the decap shot when it's solo. Dang.
I love that movement at the front, like at the front of the loop.
Yeah, like that like little beginning. That was a happy accident, as you said, Kyle. You were saying like happy accidents in production. I was dragging the notes over, man. And as Ableton auditioned both of them into the spots, I was like, oh, that sounded good. All right, I don't want to touch it anymore because I have a habit of overcomplicating things. And let's just go into the beginning now. We've got our old school vibe, and we've got the. And then we have to kind of maybe go into like half of that. Just like 4 of these. Yeah, I think that could work. Let's just like, this is what we, Kyle and I started with. Again, you know, the idea was the nostalgia. We started with like this was our idea essentially until what happened, Kyle? We heard something. We heard this.
Somebody threw a laugh in there. And once the laugh came, it was game over.
Once the laugh came, we were just like, abandon all of our strategy, throw it all out the window.
Yep.
I'm curious how this is going to sound. And I didn't get to the flute. I feel the flute section is actually my favorite with this space. Let's see.
Big.
Is there a way we can make this more dramatic at the beginning? I basically, as you're seeing Kyle on the delayed Twitch. Well, are you watching on YouTube now? I'm curious. If you're not seeing my screen, it's not a big deal.
No, it never came back for me.
Yeah. But what do you think? Is there anything from the beginning section that you could hear differently? Or I'll play it one more time.
Yeah.
just that beginning area. Like, you know, it was about to.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like there's something, but I can't put my finger on it, honestly.
I think. Okay, one thing I'm just gonna do really quick. Ah, yeah. What is the? Where's that?
I got an idea of something we can try.
Yeah, Kyle. What is that?
Yeah, so like maybe this is on the back half of it. But after like it's kind of established already, maybe we take one of those kicks at the very top, like at the top of maybe the fourth bar or whatever. And just kind of like cut everything and then bring it back. So almost like it's like being scratched on a record or something.
Gotcha. So
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So on the fourth bar, I totally know what you mean. And I could even put a pitch drop, pitch stop. Let me hear that. So my favorite Max for Live device, is pitch drop. And let's see, just boom. Put it on the drums. I'm curious. It's simple. All right, I think Twitch is working now. Now that we're towards the end of the stream, that's great. Something like that, right? Like a stopping of like the beat, right?
Yeah.
So let's just figure out fourth measure. Let's see. Great. Awesome. So I think that was a little early. I'm going to just automate that. All right, that caught too much of the kick. Very distracting. Almost gave me a heart attack. Let me see that. That was too distracting. When those kicks were out of time, you're like, yeah. Let me just do it a little earlier. All right, we're getting the request for the laugh to be pitched up, so let's do that. I still like the rhythm though, because it's like triple it. Like it fits like really nice, so I'm gonna warp it. Let me Joker style river. Okay, let's just make this laugh the craziest thing ever really quick. And then we can always back it off to the original dark laugh. But let's do a layer of the original low laugh. I'm gonna make a laugh group now. So I'm only getting organized for this one laugh. Let's see here. I'm just gonna say laugh. Command G to make a group in Ableton. And then we've got the low laugh, the high laugh. Let's duplicate this, and then I'm going to throw two things. I'm going to do Little Altar Boy. Let's see. On one, and let me see. Any other crazy plugins we could throw on there? Anything? Let's see. You don't know what plugins I have, Kyle. What am I thinking?
I don't. It's all good. It's all good. Go for it. I trust you.
How do you know I have that plugin? Let me just do this. So let's see. Let me just add in some more tracks so I can get to the volume here. All right. And yeah, let's take the pitch up on Little Altar Boy. Pan it. Let's pan some of them. All right, here's our laugh group. Let's see. This is the Joker ice cream truck song. No, someone said it was like ice cream truck. I can't get that thought out of my head.
I know, right?
Actually, here's a cool idea. Let's take all these elements and maybe throw them in a group with RC20.
Ooh,
Let me see. Before everything basically comes in. So it's almost like a
there you
master.
go.
So I'm going to move all these beginning old nostalgia. Remember, this week's prompt was to create a beat that conveys nostalgia, to create a song. Let's see. And then what we're going to do is group these. And I'm just going to throw RC20 onto this group here. Definitely conveys nostalgia right away.
Yep.
And a low pass filter. It just like that's a good trick, like to just make it underwater. You make it a little more distant in your memory, a little more weathered, right?
Yeah, dig it.
Let's hear.
I mean, and since we're kind of featuring the laugh, one thing we could do to make it really dramatic is when it comes up, we can cut everything else out.
Oh,
that way it's just the laugh and then the beat drops.
That's a really good call. So let's see the. So I'm gonna take. Oh, that's a really good section. Feature. Let's see. Where would this? Right there, I think. Right, like one measure before the or what? 2 beats before the laugh. Right. Let me see.
Either that or just like right on where the laugh comes in, because it's syncopated and it's in, it's a triplet thing,
sorry,
so it could
laugh.
just like cut right at the laugh.
Yes. Sorry, I was like, why was I doing it to the keys? No, 100%. Let's do that. Let's cut everything. The laugh was. Okay, I love that. Let's take a listen to that. So this is the nostalgic intro where we got more of a kind of like groove, like non-trap beat, basically. Let's see. We start with that sound. Awesome. That's with the RC20. I mean, I'm just like, this is pretty. We went a little longer because of the stream issues, but
yeah, all good.
I'm
good.
Really
I dig it, man.
Happy with what we came up with. Let me just Shift Command delete the beginning time. So this is our retro section. And Kyle, we're gonna work on this throughout the week. I mean, I feel like there's not too much stuff we can add. It'll be more like finessing things. But yeah, I'm really excited to work with you on that throughout the week. Remember, y'all, this is the last prompt for season 1 of Weekly Rhythm. We're going to take a few weeks off, but we'll be back with new sets of prompts, new challenges, new ways to get inspired. But really, try to submit y'all's bounce to weeklyrhythm@splice.com before the end of the week. We're really excited to listen to y'all's submissions. And Kyle, do you have anything you want to like share with the stream regarding like anything this coming week or anything at all?
No. Just make sure you send those, the submissions to the email, and we're excited to hear what you come up with.
Awesome. Kyle, thank you so much for joining me. There was a lot of fun. I think I think this was awesome, honestly, what we came up with.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with stream and chat. Thank you so much for joining us as always. And be sure to tune on to the rest of the week really quickly. Let me just show you what's going on at this week on SpliceTV on tomorrow, so Tuesday. We've got 343 Labs. We've got Justin Lewis Beck doing a race against the clock to make a track within 1 hour. And then on Wednesday, we've got the legend Ill Mind. He's going to be taking over our stream doing RC20. He's going to look at the features of it, how it improves his workflow, and how he uses it in his workflow. On Thursday, we have Take a Day Trip. If y'all don't know, they've produced for Lil Nas X, Sheck West, and among many others, and they're going to be showing us unreleased projects on the stream at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Friday, of course, Kyle will be back with me, and we're going to be listening to y'all's submissions. Submit them at weeklyrhythm@splice.com of a beat that conveys nostalgia, something that conveys nostalgia. Again, let us know which 30 seconds you would like to listen to in the email, and also tell us why it conveys nostalgia for you. But Kyle, again, thank you so much. Have a great week. Stay healthy. And y'all, thank you so much for joining us on Splice TV, Weekly Rhythm. I'll see y'all on Friday. Don't forget to submit. Enjoy the rest of your week. See ya later.
See y'all.